I'm more proud of Ken's boat than he is.
So this weekend you texted us, and I quote, "Driving around in this Cheeto truck is."
So we're just jamming up both lanes, and these bikers were pissed behind us. And I'm just sitting here like, what is this guy doing? And I was like, holy shit, the frame Mogger is driving my whole Lambo.
What? You think you can step it up for Mike today?
No, I can't do that. Well, Evan's over here flooding the kitchen last night.
What happens?
I don't want to start with me.
You should keep the nuts out of your mouth for a few minutes.
Okay, I actually do have something I want to talk about. Last night, oh perfect, we're on a podcast. Okay, am I okay to talk, guys? We're on the podcast.
No.
It's okay? No.
I know people get mad when we like talk.
I know. I don't want to talk too much on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta like kind of ask permission.
No, you
but-
better watch it.
Yeah, it's cool with me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Well, thanks, guys.
I'll allow it.
All right. Anyway, so last night I'm out here. I don't have a house right now. In the house I'm staying in, it doesn't have much room. So I have my Xbox set up in my office. So I'm doing a little late night.
That's
gaming.
what you were hollering at.
Why you were up here so late.
Were you on the mic or no? Maybe.
Yeah, I was on the mic. I was playing with my buddy Cole from the golf course. Remember him?
Yeah, I thought you were on a conference call.
No. So we're tearing it up on Call of
12-year-old.
Duty.
Cole's.
He's not 12. He's 16.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah, he's a mature 16. He's a cool kid.
He's a nice kid.
He is a cool kid. And anyways, it's fun talking with him. It was fun. We tear it up on Call of Duty. Anyways, it's about 9 o'clock. I'm like, maybe 9:30. I'm like, I got to go home. Like, get to bed. You know, we got to get up early, get to work tomorrow. So I'm walking down. I'm like, I almost walked out the first door, and I go, I should probably just say bye to the guys. I'm assuming, you know, you're probably chilling on the couch or maybe playing pool with Dalton. We've been on a big pool kick. So I go to walk in there to say bye to everyone. I don't see anyone. I'm like, oh, that's weird. But I hear running water, and I think to myself, oh, is the sliding glass door open? Like, are they hot tubbing? Because I hear this like trickling water. It sounds like a hot tub.
You know it would be impossible to hot tub right now.
Well, it would
that's
be
a
because
conversation for
we'll get to that. Well, we can't. Then I think to myself, well, the hot tub is frozen into a solid block of ice, so there's no way. Then I look over and I just see soap coming out of the sink. I hear the water. I grab my phone. I start in mid sprint over. I turn it off. There's this much water on the ground. It's just flooding over. The one time Evan decides to do dishes.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, it was gnarly in the sink. So I was like, normally I would just like soap up the dishes, but I'm like, this actually needs some
be
soapy
taken care
water,
of.
and it was gonna take a second. And I had some laundry, so I like turn the water on, go get the laundry.
You might have had a
Walking-
couple beers before.
Oh yeah. Turn on the TV or whatever, and then pull out the phone, and before I know it, I got CJ going.
Let me get
this. Okay, yeah, sorry.
Sorry. You could tell your side here, but my side is I go get Evan, and like he's kind of got his door partially locked, so I like kind of flip it. Like
It's
I managed
either
to,
locked or not.
I jerry
picked
rigged
the
it.
lock.
I picked the lock because the door's locked.
It was
you know?
as locked as it's gonna
The door's
get.
locked. So I unlock it because I can kind of like slip it.
Pick the lock.
I pick the lock and I slide it open, and Evan like kind of like wakes up and he looks at me like this. He gives me
morning
this,
already?
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are you doing?
I mean, I did think that.
You had your
Like,
hands up.
what are you doing?
Yeah,
barging
rightfully
in
so.
here.
Rightfully so. And I go, did you leave the sink running? And you're like, God damn it. You get up and you're throwing your fucking pants on and shit. And anyways, it was just funny.
How long do you think went between turning the sink on to not? Or
Quite a while.
Oh,
15 to 20.
okay, it takes probably 5 minutes for the sink to fill up. So it was
like-
a good sturdy overflow.
2 or 3 minutes is all I really needed. Just, a good
just a
little
little bit of
layer at
water.
the bottom.
It was going long enough for the water pressure to be damn near obsolete. It was just trickling out of the thing into it.
Well, that's
Used
good.
all the hot water.
Yeah. Well, I'm just so glad that I walked in there because what would have it would have been probably 5, 6 in the morning until you would have noticed.
No. I would have gotten up probably
For a little
within the
late night
next
snack.
half hour.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, I probably would have taken a pee, or
It would have made it to the drain by then.
It seemed like you were pretty tucked in.
at least we don't have like a basement or hardwood floors or anything gnarly. Carpet would be bad.
That's what I was
Yeah.
saying. If that was if you made that mistake in a house, it'd be
bad.
It'd be catastrophic. Do kitchen sinks have overflows? You know, like the bathtub and bathroom
no.
sinks.
Most don't.
Yeah. What the hell? That's like the
Yeah.
only one you leave on. Like, why would you ever leave your bathroom?
Unless
sink
you have
just on?
like the split sink. I don't think they do.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. It would flow over into the other one. But yeah.
CJ, at the beginning, you said that Evan has only done his dishes once.
He's done it twice, and
He's done his dishes twice. And the first time that he did his dishes, he put
Very early in his
Dawn
career here.
dish soap into the dishwasher. Like, like the little dispenser where you just put like the dishwasher pods. He put Dawn dish soap in there, started it, and then it pretty much did the same thing.
That's actually what I thought at first glance when I saw it and there was soap and water all over the floor. I was like, oh, maybe this is what it is.
I've actually been running the dishwasher lately.
Really?
Good
Like
job.
last night, it was actually I turned that on right before I flooded the sink.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what
Every once in a while.
When we started talking about this, I did not want to give you too much shit because 4 years ago, you did the dishes on like your 5th night here and you fucked it up and we made fun of you and then you never touched another dish
Well,
for the 5 years. So I don't want to burn that bridge again.
but I usually do clean my one solo dish. I just
do.
like avoid the dishwasher.
Yeah, the
mainly.
mess of other people's dishes.
Well,
I feel you there.
After the last podcast, with the whole dish incident when
Dishgate.
Ken let you know, Ryan, about your slip up. Evan didn't want to be caught in
Hey,
that position.
that was a tag team with Evan. Evan's the one that brought it to my attention.
team?
Tag team, but okay. So
I wasn't mad about it. I thought it was pretty funny. And I mean, it couldn't be any more convenient. I mean, we got concrete floors, and you literally just grab the squeegee and there's a drain.
The kitchen needed to clean anyway.
It kind of got the floors a little cleaner.
Yeah, it definitely is cleaner, the sink, the dishes, and the floor than it was before my little mishap.
You got a little triple whammy.
We used to have like cleaning nights here. We would all just drink 6-8 beer and like clean everything. We'd take the whole shop out and like get everything all spick and span. But one, we just don't clean it as much. But two, there's so many people that like I clean the wash bay or Dalton cleans the wash bay and then someone pulls in a muddy truck and then it gets dirty and like it just everything around here is messy.
That, and I feel like there's so much more just random stuff everywhere.
Shit everywhere, including
Whereas, like,
your stuff out of Jack's office.
Yeah, I gotta pick that up one of these days. I gotta clean
One of these
Micah's
days.
makeshift bedroom out and turn that in my office. But
does he know that?
no, but I mean, Mike
He
doesn't
might-
stay here anyways. So
He
I
doesn't
think he
anymore.
stays in there.
when was the last time Mike stayed here? He stays in Fargo
Yeah, are you talking about at the farm or
No,
here?
at the farm.
Farm. I think he stays there more than you would think.
It's probably been a couple months since I've showed up at the farm, like 9-10 o'clock, and Mike never stays there.
For some context, we have like 4 different offices over at our farm shop, and one of them just got converted into like a bunk room. So there's 2 bunk beds in it, or there's 1 bunk bed, 2 beds in it. I thought he stayed there.
He used to a lot more, but since the wedding, not much anymore.
He's got to go. The old dog's got to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good spot for you though, Ken.
That's where I'm planning on. I just got to take the afternoon and clean all Mike's shit
Why
out of
don't you
there
just leave the twin size bed in there for Mike?
because there's no space for a desk.
What if you sat on the bed and put the desk there?
You could work from bed.
Oh yeah, don't they have those little lap deals? You
Just lay.
What if you just
Yeah.
prop the pillows up, sit on the bed?
I
Then Mike still has
could.
a bed. You have an office.
It'd be perfect.
That just doesn't seem very productive, but I could.
Dude, I went home. We got home from our little tour that we were doing yesterday and then got home at like 4:30. Had some ads to write and stuff like that. I was like, I'm just going to go home and get it done. Man, I worked from the couch. It's kind of nice. That work from home shit.
It is pretty nice. Like the one time that I've ever like taken a meeting at home,
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's kind of a nice vibe.
or when something's going on, I'm like, oh, I just have like some computer stuff, and then I go home. The thing about it though is like it's hard to be in like the working state of mind when you're at home.
Yeah, you try to separate it.
Yeah, when you're here, like you're here for a purpose,
That's
and
true.
when you're at home,
Mhm.
your body kind of just goes into that chill mode.
I don't
it's
feel like
for me.
your brain ever goes into chill mode.
No, it doesn't.
Based
But
on
at
the
least I
text that we
try and
give-
separate it a little bit.
A little bit. About 11:30 rolls around and
No.
Ben is
Oh.
fired up.
Yeah, it's been bad lately, actually.
Like what's been going through your brain? Just video ideas or what?
Oh yeah, I've just been like not able to fall asleep until like 1:30 because I feel like as soon as I get into bed and I close my eyes, my brain is just like sweet on
Oh,
time to think, and then it's just like, oh shit, I gotta write that down, or then I gotta look this up, or
you need
or-
like a notebook. Instead of pulling out your phone and writing it down, you need like a notebook.
It's actually
Little
a pretty
diary.
good- that's a great idea, actually. I
Then
was
you-
thinking that the other day. It'd be kind of nice to have just like a little pen and paper notebook, like something that you can fit in your pocket.
Your pocket. you
Whip it
pull a
out.
little-
Say that again.
I finally like stopped bringing my phone, like just laying in bed and then just doom scrolling, and I fall asleep way faster now.
Yeah, I know I would too. But the second that I would do that, like if I left my phone in the bathroom or
Yeah,
in the
you
kitchen,
can't. You just can't.
I would just get into bed and then I'd be like, oh, this is a good idea. And then I'd get out of bed and I'd go and get it.
It's
and then
even
it would-
worse.
Yeah, then it would mess everything up even worse, I feel like.
I've been doing what you said, Ken, as well, but I have something that even helps you fall asleep faster. Lay on the floor while you're watching TV, not even the couch. So like I'll just lay on the floor, I'll have like a pillow and I'm watching TV. And by the time you go to bed, it just feels so much nicer. You're just like, you just fall right asleep.
That's an interesting way to go about
Interesting
it.
Dude,
strap.
You're making
Put
yourself
yourself-
uncomfortable.
No, it's not
So
that uncomfortable on the floor, but like when you get into the bed, then you're just
Feels
like,
even better than
Yeah.
the couch. That makes sense, actually. And also, you don't watch TV as long because the floor is less comfortable than the couch.
yeah, I don't know.
I love
That-
sleeping on the couch.
I don't know. That's just like something I've been doing lately. Not necessarily purposely, just because it's kind of cold in the house. So I sit there by the fireplace and I'm just on the floor. And then by the time I go to bed, I'm just like out.
You know what I did start doing ever since we talked about it on the podcast a while ago is doing like the send later text.
Oh, yeah?
So you can schedule your text to send at a certain time. Because I am trying to be, I guess, just a little more aware of other people's
You don't got to do it to
life
us, but then
balances.
there's like other
no,
people
I don't
out
do
there.
It to, I don't do
Okay,
it to
good.
You guys.
I-
But
I feel like when
I
you-
do it to other people that
I feel like when
probably
you
don't
do
wanna
that,
text
it's
late.
more relevant
Yeah.
because they see it come through at a time where it's like, oh, Ben sent me a text at 2 a.m. and there's 15 other text messages on top of that. Like you send that at 9 or 10 o'clock when somebody's actually going to be able to
In the
like
office.
look at that. It's way more productive, I
Do,
think.
do you write it for future tense? Like I just wrote one last night. I was talking with Sydney because she's doing the interior design, and I didn't want to start bothering her at midnight or 12:30 about it, even though her and Mike are probably just getting up for the day at that point. But I did send later, so I'm like, "Good morning," and then whatever. It's kind of weird. You're like writing ahead for the future.
Yeah, it feels like kind of corporate. Like
Yeah, it does.
It is strange, but I think that I think it's more respectful, I guess, of other people's sleep schedules, and I think you probably get a better response.
Yeah, you probably do because, like Ken said, it's the daytime.
Yeah.
Have you guys been like thinking about your weddings, or your girls handling that? Because both of you guys are in what, 6 months till?
Ryan, you're gonna get me in some trouble here. Yeah,
Ben's
obviously I've
closer
been
to me.
thinking about my wedding a lot.
You were calling me
obviously.
last weekend about your honeymoon trip.
I was.
You want Ken to come with?
I wanted Ken to schedule it and book it and do all
Mm.
the planning for it and get my hotels booked and book my flight and know exactly which flight is most optimal of like, oh yeah, you're flying to this location, so you're going to arrive at this time. Well, you're going to want to really do this out of Atlanta because you're going to be more optimal once you get there to be able to get a dinner reservation. Like,
Ken's
you know,
a
he
travel
knows that
wizard.
shit. Yeah, he
He's
knows
a
that shit. And
travel wizard.
I have honestly just been like, I've been coddled because of my relationship with Ken. Like he handles it.
Yeah. So you don't have to worry about it, which is nice.
It is. It is. It's great, Ken. I really appreciate that you've handled that for all of our travel. But now that I'm, growing up and have to do it, like I feel like I'm
Taking
leaving
trips
the
of
house.
my
Like
own.
I'm an 18-year-old that has to learn how to do like the dishes or laundry for the first time.
And dishes are hard.
Dishes are
Dishes
hard.
are hard.
Yeah, still figuring that out. I'm still leaning on Ken. I'm calling him up. It does seem a little weird because it did cross my mind to see if you could just do it for me, like just book it for me. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, kind of deal. I don't know what that looks like. I guess what you.
I mean,
would
just give me your
expect
credit
in
card. I can
return.
book it.
It can be your wedding gift to them is your travel agent services.
But I'm talking like all inclusive, Ken. Like your agency is like book the travel, arrange the hotels, the pickup from the airport, get the dinner reservations.
What if Ken flew ahead and or he drove the Sprinter van ahead of you so that way he could pick you up from the airport and kind of.
Ken was
Get
there.
the
to- like a
Sprinter imported.
liaison for you.
It's gonna be in Europe, so that might be a little difficult. But
Ken loves Europe.
oh, perfect.
I don't want to impede on your guys' like special
No,
moment.
You won't even know that you're there. You'll just be lurking
All
in the
the
shadows,
honeymoon
waiting for your
pictures
moment.
is like Ben, Greta, and then Ken in the background. Like,
Or Ken is on the trip, and we're like, "Yo, Ken, you're here. Like, you should just hang out with us." And he's like, "Oh no,
There's a
I've got-
casino.
I've
you're
got
going to
plans."
Europe. You're going to Europe.
Yeah,
That's
so-
lit.
France, South France.
That'd be sick.
Yeah,
I do want to say people at home are going to go, how does Ben not know how to book a flight? It's not booking a flight. It's booking the best flight with the best connections, arriving at the airport at the best time, knowing exactly what restaurant to eat on to make your connections, showing up and getting the perfect rental car that fits everything you need for the lowest price. Like that's the shit that Ken's good at.
Right.
Like it is fully fucking dialed. And he goes, well, we're going to be going here and here and here. So I'm going to pick an Airbnb that's centrally located, that's got the best bedroom and a garage for Evan. And it's pretty impressive. Like, you can't really look at it and go, oh, she's just booking a flight. Like, Ken's fucking dialed.
He is. And the thing about it, though, Ryan, is Ken has also figured out the point system and how to get the best for the cheapest. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm trying. Like, all this shit is expensive. Like, going to Europe is not cheap. So I'm like trying to save every dollar I can. I'm going to call the guy that is like running.
The master.
Yeah, he's running the point system to the absolute limits. Ken's like, oh, yeah, I'll transfer these over from this account into that and double check that you can use it. Or I'll double check that you can use it on Greta's account, too. If you use Greta's credit card, that's a gold Amex
you get 15% off.
Delta card. See? And if you don't have that, then you can save this and that. I'm like, he saved me a ton of money by telling me that.
So, like, the other thing, when we went to Europe last fall, I used ChatGPT for restaurant recommendations. And it didn't fail. Like, don't look at TripAdvisor, just look at ChatGPT.
You're kind of showing your cards right now. I thought
it was amazing. Like I said, hey, I'm in this area. I'm looking for a dinner reservation at this time for this many people. What's the best spot to go to? And it just told you 3 different options, and they were all fire.
Even Chat's gonna steal Ken's job.
To answer your question though, Ryan, how wedding planning is going?
Yeah,
it's going really well for me. I haven't had to do much, which is great. Greta's like taken all of it and just handled all of it. But I was like so out of the loop because she was just like doing it all herself. And she wasn't asking me like, what do you think about these flowers or this color combo or like things like that. And then, but I had to check in and see like where are we at here on all these things that you've been planning budget wise.
Oh,
so
shit.
That's
true.
where, and that's where I think she's trying to just give me the information that I need to just get by, where she can still just keep on trekking.
Yeah, exactly.
Like she just gives me little tidbits in hopes that I don't get in the way of her vision. Because she's got this shit dialed, dude.
Well, she could have spent this much on something, but she only spent this much.
Exactly.
So they're basically paying you to do that. You're saving so much money.
And then I'll come in and be like, how could it be this expensive? Or like, where is this money even going? And she's like, well, this is just what things cost. And I start looking into it. It is expensive.
Yeah.
Weddings are an absolute robbery. Like the prices that these vendors charge because it's a wedding is astronomical. So I will agree there. It is hard because she's like, I'm trying to like shave where I can of like saving money, but like weddings are just expensive.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I will say too, it's kind of like when you're doing a house remodel. Like the more people you have involved, you're like, hey, do you like this carpet? And they're like, I don't know. What else do we have for carpets? Like the less opinions or people like
cooks in the kitchen,
less cooks in the kitchen, the faster and better it can get done. And at the end of the day, it's all going to be okay. So
that's how I work with Alondra. She's the chef. I'm the sous chef. Whatever you need, I'll be in the background for it. But like, yeah, she'll steer the ship on it because otherwise I'm just gonna get in the way. And the one thing that I'm like, fuck yeah, I really like this. Then she'll be like, are you sure on that? Like, God damn it. So I just let her make decisions, and then it's gonna look fucking great.
The thing I am excited for is she's actually told me that she's like, do you want to know this or do you want to be surprised?
Oh, and I'm like, she's surprising you.
I'm like, ooh, I want to be surprised. And so I'm looking forward to the wedding. Just as much as like any of the guests of like, I don't know what the hell is gonna be going on.
I know I'm getting married.
The rough itinerary of it, but I'm gonna be very surprised on a lot of the details.
Are you guys gonna helicopter in?
I did mention that to her, and then she was like all concerned about like her hair.
Makes sense.
Well, what if she also came in on the helicopter? And then they power down the rotors, and then she walks out.
Well, Ken, we are getting married. I think she would be there with me.
Well, no, it's not like just one person arrives and then the other person's already there.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, like if you just sat in the chopper until the blades were completely done spinning, they come in super dramatic, you land, and then everyone waits 10 minutes or 15 minutes, however long it takes for the blades.
Might be a little awkward, yeah. The other issue with it is like you have everything set up. And looking nice, and then you come in and you just blow all the chairs out. Everyone gets dusty. Everyone's hairs get messed up.
But think about how sick that entrance would be.
Oh, it'd be dope.
Also, it'd be a great vehicle for Evan and Gavin to hop in later and fuck around in.
That is also true.
Are you gonna like leave a little
Like a little playroom for them to
Well,
keep
you
them
know,
like entertained.
Just like, I'm gonna just leave this Miata with the keys in it over here. Kind of.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about it actually.
Because CJ's
because
already doing the stunt show, so you can't.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
ramps being put in.
Are you doing the like Gavin jumping through
The hoop of
flame?
fire. Yeah.
It's 2 rings,
rings.
two flaming rings, like
Yeah.
just married, and then it's Gavin going through them.
Yeah, they got the carb dialed on that 3-wheeler. Like it's
Bunch
running
of
like a
seafoam.
top. It's running like a top.
Bunch
And
of
it's
seafoam
not
in
gonna by any means bog at the top of the ramp. Like he's gonna get maximum air.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it for you, Ev. You know, I don't want you to get bored. I want you to obviously have some excitement. I know Ken's not going to let me use his Lincoln Continental.
No, my loaner vehicles are off limits this year.
Hey,
After-
Ken has been burned one too many times.
My vehicles are no longer loaner cars. They are strictly off limits after Evan and Gavin.
Mainly Evan, though.
You twice actually. So
Yeah, I can't
my
blame you
Continental
there,
and my Bronco now.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Worth it.
yeah, I gotta just figure out what that looks like. Maybe
You know, Ryan's got a bright orange Corvette. You can just leave the keys in it, let him play.
Sure, you can have at it. That thing, it's built right. It's a fucking Chevy. It'll take it.
I don't know what the venue looks like, but maybe just leave a Chevy in the back 40.
well, it's a ski hill.
Oh,
Okay?
Imagine trying to do a ski hill in a Corvette.
I'm just thinking about going up a ski hill in a Chevy, but Corvette would be sick.
That's a Chevy.
Oh, yeah. I was
no,
thinking
yeah,
Silver
nice
Rudy, but
Silver Rudy through the woods there, hitting the mountain bike trails in the truck.
I want to do a fireworks show, and so maybe it could be like the fireworks are going, and then you just see the Chev like going up the hill, bouncing its way up.
Spare tires
And
bouncing
then
in the back.
There's some kind of explosion at the top where you hit the explosion, it sets it off, and it's
There we
like
go.
the grand finale.
I like that.
And then CJ's is at a golf course. That's perfect.
Yeah,
It's not a golf course. What are you talking about?
Isn't there a golf course nearby?
Oh yeah, nearby. The wedding's not on the golf course though.
Okay, sorry.
But yeah,
the
we'll
hotel
definitely be
is at
going
a-
golfing before. That's for sure. But that'll be just the boys.
I've already been making some calls.
Have you?
Yeah,
Man,
of
you
course.
You got so much stuff to plan between the two of you. All these
Exciting
secrets
times.
between, because you're each other's best man.
Well, I don't think it's a secret. I mean, I've
Yeah,
been
there's not
asking.
much secrets,
I don't know
yeah.
if there's.
Oh, I didn't
anything.
know if there was a surprise element involved.
Yeah, we're
in
planning out
anything.
Ben's batch party for May.
I think I got a lead on a pretty sick suite. So
you?
I think I do.
Dude, I got a bunch of people working. I mean, we got Ken, we got Spenny using his connects in Vegas. I got Matilda. I mean, I'm trying to reach out to people, like, you know, just trying to get some dope shit going.
Yeah, I'm fired up.
It's gonna be so
Oh,
lit.
I'm so excited.
So Siege, we're getting Ben's batch party dialed in. What do you want to do for yours?
Well, that's the thing is like we're like so close together, and I kind of want to go to Vegas too. But I mean, if there's a better spot than Vegas, or not necessarily better, but just like another good cool spot, I'd be down for that.
I think we got a little bit more time in between.
Yeah, play
Let
off
the
of.
dust settle and then
Yeah.
hit it again. And
We
it's
could hit
gonna
mine
be,
in like the fall.
Yeah.
Ken, I see your Harley is on the.
I didn't even notice that. Damn.
Yeah, you like that? The new,
It looks
the
pretty
new
good.
pod decorations here. I figured we'd spruce it up a little bit. We never really use that TV back there. We have this TV up front. And I was like, yeah, we'll put a little stuff in. It's supposed to be hung on the wall, but it's kind of hard to hang it in the corner. So we're
It really
working
makes
on,
a nice decoration.
it really does. So you can take it down if you need to ride it, Ken. Just please wash it before you put it back up.
It looks smaller than I remember it. Like that's a very small
fucking- yeah.
motorcycle.
It's a wall ornament.
It looks like a toy, dude. It does
It's
not
like-
look like it would actually
The
run.
fact that Ken sat on that thing is impressive.
It does look a lot smaller when you have it elevated like that. I
We should motor swap it so Ken can actually drive it on the street.
think we need a suspension swap more than motor swap it.
There's some springs in the seat.
Yeah,
What
you
more
see
do you
those,
need?
like the bicycle seat
Just,
springs?
just make it a little taller.
You swap the springs in the seat for more heavy duty springs.
Dude, I wanted a pocket rocket so bad when I was a little kid.
Dude.
Same.
Those were the dream.
Because that one movie, Employee of the Month, is that what it was? Where he had the pocket rocket that he would like drive through the store
I think so.
or he'd take it to work every day.
I think so.
I just remember seeing that and being like, what? That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. There's a little kid crotch rocket.
They had little gas motors in them, right? Well, I
Yeah.
guess there's no electric back
I
then.
mean,
Yeah.
basically just like that.
Yeah, they're just like,
seemed faster.
and then I think, what did we had one for something, didn't we?
We had two.
Oh, we did the Amazon one.
Yeah.
That's right. And it just was like way slower, but I think it'd be pretty sweet if we like built a fast one. But it's
Yeah, we
also
should
super
get like
sketchy.
3-4 of those and just make a little GP course over at the farm.
They're
Or
so tiny.
Make them go faster first.
what
They need
if
to.
we did pocket rockets to Sturgis?
Oh,
And then we rode them around Sturgis.
Well, it depends
You think you
where
get-
where we start. If we're going to Sturgis from here, bad idea. If we go to Sturgis from the gas station down the street,
yes, a Sturgis
idea.
city limits.
Maybe like
Yeah.
Deadwood to Sturgis, totally possible.
even still.
well, it's at least downhill. That actually would be insane. You'd probably burn the brakes right
I'm
off.
100% gonna pile that thing up, dude. Those things are hard to ride. The little tires are hard.
I actually love this idea from Deadwood to Sturgis.
If I had to actually drive that on the street, I don't think I could because like how long my legs are basically limits how much that steering wheel turns.
You don't have a pocket rocket.
It's
build,
all about
that's for
leaning
sure.
on a
yeah,
motorcycle.
you're
Ken.
basically leaning.
Yeah, but you
That's
don't
what you
need to
do on a
turn much.
motorcycle. You don't turn the car like
You
that.
turn a little bit, not at all. Oh.
Not really.
You riding a motorcycle is making a lot more sense after hearing that, Ken.
I can't believe you made it this long.
You guys remember when we were in Sturgis and Ben was leading the pack, and for some reason he was going so goddamn slow?
That's my popio.
It was
my
holding
popio.
everything back because Ben never wants to speed. Ben does not break the speed limit.
I think
ever.
that's the last confirmed memory of Mike's Papio.
Really?
That was Mike's Papio.
like.
Was it?
It had
Yeah,
a different
'cause
sprocket on it.
Yeah, the
so like
stunt sprocket.
So like the speedometer wasn't accurate, and Ben was going legitimately probably 15 to 20 miles per hour slower
Under.
than the speed limit.
Holy fuck!
And
Everyone had to hate
there's
it.
this huge backup, and we're all in the right lane, and Ben's just sitting in the left lane. Like all of us are in the right lane, wondering why Ben's going so slow, thinking like, maybe he's just waiting for the camera or whatever. And Ben's staying in the left lane, so we're just jamming up both lanes. And these bikers were fucking pissed behind us, and I'm just sitting here like, what is this guy doing? And then you finally move over, and those guys were yelling at us like, get
Yeah.
off the road.
Yeah, that was tough.
It's
fucking
bad look
yeah,
too
it's
on
a
those
bad
little
look.
bikes.
Last thing you want to do is piss off a bunch of bikers in
Yeah, it's
Sturgis.
not the place. Well, I was saying that, you think you get bad looks or bullied riding a crotch rocket in Sturgis. Well, imagine riding pocket rockets in Sturgis.
and holding up traffic. That'd be the biggest
I
thing.
think you might go so far that people actually think it's funny.
Imagine-
Like there's like the middle lame version that like people really hate, but if you try so hard to be lame, then it's actually kind of funny.
we get little Harleys. Like I think they make those like
I'm looking at
no, like the
a
like,
little bit bigger.
with like a fairing on it though.
oh,
I've seen
So it
like
kind of looks like a
choppers.
street glide.
I've seen like choppers with like Briggs and Stratton in it. Yeah.
I think we would just have to make them fast enough so you could like keep up. But the issue is with those is they are so sketchy.
yeah, it's terrifying.
You go 20 and it's sketchy. So imagine going 55.
Yeah, exactly, down those roads. And there's like potholes and shit too,
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
I don't know, isn't
I feel-
Deadwood to Sturgis like 40 the whole way, and it's downhill?
There's a couple like 50 sections, but it's like with how twisty turvy it is, it's like it's pretty slow.
The Great Migration from Deadwood to Sturgis. Well, Ev, you seem to be making a little bit of progress on your excitement about Sturgis, being that you didn't shut it down immediately. You are coming around to
This is
it.
a bad look.
Cheeto Fest.
Yeah. Speaking of Cheetos, how's your truck, Ev?
If you're going to use nicotine, if I can talk and read at the same time, you should look into Lucy pouches. They are 100% pure nicotine and are always tobacco free.
Each pouch holds a breaker capsule that can be broken open to release extra flavor and hydration, which gives each pouch more long-lasting flavor.
You can even set yourself up with a subscription and have Lucy delivered straight to your door, so no more running to the vape shop or traveling a long distance to get a product that doesn't taste as good.
A few of the go-to flavors around here are espresso, apple ice, and mint.
Lucy is the only pouch that gives you long-lasting flavor whenever you need it. Get 20% off your first order when you buy online with code WIDEOPEN. And if you don't want to wait, just head to lucy.co/stores to find Lucy near you and grab it today.
And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
All right, boys, brief break in the podcast to bring you a word from today's sponsor, Factor. Summer is coming, boys, so you better start eating right. All those donuts taste good now, but it's boat season. You'll regret not having a few more healthy meals from Factor.
All Factor meals have quality, functional ingredients, including lean proteins, colorful veggies, whole food ingredients, and healthy fats. Factor has no refined sugars, no artificial sweeteners, no refined seed oils, meaning they have plenty of meals that fit your goals and schedule.
My favorite Factor meal is the Southwest style chicken. It tastes so good and is packed with protein and healthy carbs.
A lot of people assume you'll get sick of the meals, but Factor has 100 rotating weekly meals to help keep things fresh. And they have tons of options like high protein, calorie smart, GLP-1 support, and more.
Factor is fresh, never frozen, ready in 2 minutes with no prep or stress, so you can actually stick to your goals. Head to factormeals.com/wideopen50off and use code wideopen50off to get 50% off and free breakfast for a year. The offer is only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. Make healthier eating easy with Factor.
Just as hideous as the day I got it back.
So you don't like your Cheeto wrap?
I mean, it's just a little extreme, honestly.
I thought that's what you're all about, extreme.
So this weekend you texted us, and I quote, "Driving around in this Cheeto truck is fucked."
So you won't be keeping it?
No, I think I'm gonna rewrap it.
Really?
What color are you gonna wrap it?
I kind of want to do something different, but I'm having a hard time not just going back to red.
I think if you're gonna rewrap it, I think you got to do something other than red.
But I would try to do as close as I can get to the Lambo. I think
That'd be
Which
sick.
would
Have
be
it match.
sick.
be a sick combo, which they already were relatively close.
That is a good 2-car solution.
I think even if you just put that same red on there, with it being brand new, no sun fading, no nothing, I think it would look a lot closer.
Well, for sure.
Mhm.
You could wrap your Lambo Cheeto.
You know, that's a great idea.
We could do it for you.
Nah, you really shouldn't. You really don't need to.
But how sick would that be? You having 2 Cheetos rigs?
Maybe sick for you to look at.
So what
Not
happened
sick
when
to
you went
drive.
home?
No,
Are you
it's
having
just-
any
it's
good
just-
reactions? Like,
Yeah,
what are-
yeah.
I mean, I guess everyone just thinks it's funny.
Like your friends or
It's
what?
just or anybody that's driving down
Do
the
they
road.
just take pictures? Like, what are
Yes,
they
there's
doing?
a
Are
lot
they-
of like I'm sitting at an
flagging you down?
intersection and I can look across and like the two people. There's 3 lanes and 2 of them have their phone up, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Just wait till the video. Well, now the video is probably live.
And just like pulling into the gas station, you just look and like everyone's like kind of peeking. Like, look at this moron.
What you need to
in a
do is
Cheeto
get
truck.
a collared shirt and have it say Cheetos, and then like a bunch of
Frito-Lay.
Cheetos like in the back, and then people just think you're working. You're
Yeah.
wearing a hat, Frito-Lay hat. Is that who owns Cheetos?
I think so.
Do you
Hit
think
us
that
up.
anyone actually thinks that you are a moron driving that?
I don't think they
Like,
think that.
They're
Yeah.
probably they don't see that and go moron.
No,
Like,
I
that's
mean,
not
I
the
think
reaction.
there are. I think. Don't you ever see like? I guess it was kind of more of a donk thing, but people would theme stuff like all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Mountain Dew, SpongeBob, Batman. Like I don't know. There's like Hellcats out there that are like Batman.
I
It's
think
always
it's when
like,
it's done
kind of
poorly.
a sick car, but like, why the fuck do you have a cartoon on it? I feel
The
like that's
Hulk
kind of
one
my.
in Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. That fuck.
That thing's sick.
That thing was sick.
So I just feel like I'm making an attempt at it. People would look at that if they don't know, which is most people. The average person is just gonna go, "What the fuck is he doing?"
Maybe I would say if it was like a Toyota Corolla or like a Camry or like one of those kind of cars, and then they got like the freaking big wing on it, and they like got red pinstriping and all that stupid shit. Like they're trying to make it something it's just not. That's when you're kind of just like fucking moron.
Well, it's
But like the Cheeto truck, it really was done. It really was done right.
well, it's kind of like, you know, Oscar Mayer has the hot dog mobile, and Cheetos now has the Cheeto Raptor. It's part of the brand
we
now.
should get you a giant fucking Chester Cheeto to sit in the passenger seat.
I thought about when Mike was designing the wrap, having like a Chester Cheeto figure in like the back, like that you could put on the glass, so it's like half his body. He's like waving at people.
That would
Oh, out the window. Like
yeah,
back
you know,
window.
like you put it on the window so it looks like he's riding in the back.
I was looking. This was before the truck, just when the Cheeto bike came around. But it's about like $500 for like a Cheeto mascot costume.
You drive
What I do,
around
I
in
can just
it.
drive around in the costume. Might be a good idea.
Isn't it?
Then you hop out at the gas station, then walk in. Then people are going to be thinking moron or furry.
Buy out all the Cheetos.
Isn't it insane what has like transpired from the whole Cheetos thing? Like it started with you referring to if that's Cheeto, that's not a good thing. Like, dude, that's fucking Cheeto.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like wrapped on your dirt bike, like this brand that you're, and like people are sending you like Cheeto merch. Like you're associated
Lots of Lots
Cheeto
of
and
pictures
Evan
of Cheeto semi or delivery trucks.
Yeah.
Oh, I
An
bet
absurd
you're
amount of
snapped.
those.
I get a lot of
Trucks
them.
wrap Cheeto. Like now it's like Cheetos is like a part of your brand. Do you think that they think of it as a bad thing, or do they just think he loves Cheetos?
At this point, I really don't know, dude.
I think it depends the context that people use it in. Nobody thinks of like Evan as Cheeto, but when they still use it in the context of talking about Dalton's truck. So it's like it's got two meanings in the use of Cheeto.
I think we really missed an opportunity not wrapping Evan's truck the exact same as Dalton's truck. That would have been hilarious.
Oh, yeah,
What
that
would you have
would've
hated
been insane.
more?
Really?
Yeah.
You would have ripped it off even quicker.
Yeah.
You know, it was
Actually.
funny because Dalton didn't know like the plan, and
Was he tripping?
yeah, we're like going, and he sees the wheels in the back, and he goes, "I already know what you're doing. You wrapped it like mine, and you're putting the wheels on it. So you got the same wheels." Like, oh my gosh, dude! And like he's like sitting there, and he's kind of
shit.
like
He was fully crashed out in that.
he thought like for sure, and then I'm just kind of chuckling because I'm like, man, you saw those wheels in the back, and you thought that it was your truck, but yeah, it was just funny because I was like, damn it, we should have done that.
So that one would have been coming off faster though.
Yeah, but I don't think the Cheetos has too much more life in it.
How long do you think you'll run it?
Basically, until I can get my truck rewrapped. 'Cause I don't really want to pull it off. I'd rather just have them do the whole thing.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
So what I'm hearing is driving around in a Cheeto wrap truck is better than driving around in a silver Raptor.
Ooh, that's tough.
I got you there.
if you mix in the pain in the ass, like I don't
Yeah.
want to pull the wrap off,
gonna take-
disassemble
Oh,
all the
it's
stuff.
pain in the ass.
So that's like it's pretty close, silver versus Cheetos, but then the
Yeah.
labor tilts the scale to I guess I'm gonna drive around a Cheeto truck.
No,
a
I do
little
agree with
longer.
that. When we peeled the wrap off of our first Chevy, because that thing was on there for, I don't know, probably about similar time to your Raptor, maybe even less. It comes off in sections like this
Oh, that was
big.
brutal. They just wrapped over Evan's red wrap.
So it
Yeah,
might, it
that's
might
what I mean,
pull
your
it
red
off
wrap.
with the
Oh,
Cheeto,
true.
which could be good.
No, I think the red wrap staying, the Cheeto wrap would come off, and then you'd
Redo it
essentially
with the
have
wrap.
to unwrap it twice.
But the Cheeto wrap should come off pretty quick.
Either way, I don't really want to do it.
Just
drive
run
the
it,
thing,
dude. It's
man.
legendary. You're gonna look back at it and be like, "Ah, that was cool." It's
Just
when-
like your Subaru.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Ben.
it's like my Subaru when they wrap my Subaru.
How long did you
pink.
leave that?
A month.
Okay,
Over a
well I'm already
I think over a month.
Yeah,
I'm going
you're-
on 2 weeks, so
That's what I figured too. I figured you leave it for like a month. That's what Ben did.
I would say that Ben's wrap was worse than the Cheetos wrap because
but he had eyelashes. Those
yeah,
are kinda
like
nice.
the things that was on
There's
it.
nothing cool about
Like if
mine.
someone
Holy
saw
shit,
Ben,
yeah.
they maybe would think like, "Wow, this guy thinks this looks cool."
Or he's driving
Like,
his
it's just
anime girlfriend's
terrible
car.
taste.
How is that
Yes.
not the exact thing that people would think when they look?
They might think you're just a worker. Like
No,
they might
you're just
think
like
that you're just, they might think that it's just a company Cheetos truck. Like, well, one's advertising.
I don't think any of the people that saw it think, "Oh, there's an employee."
Oh, no, you're
When did
just
they start
Damn.
giving
Yeah.
them 2014 Raptors?
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You're giving Cheeto definitely some street cred in the.
It's just like such a brand. Like everyone knows what Cheetos is.
I don't know. I think I'll leave it on if Cheetos sends me a paycheck.
Tell them, hit them up.
Yeah, you could do the thing. It was really big when gas prices were really high. Like you could put big stickers on your car and then advertise. And like for however many miles you drove, they'd pay you. It was a big thing in Fargo. I was going to do it. It's fucking dog shit money. You drive like 1,000 miles and they'll give you,
When were you,
know,
gonna do this,
$100
Ryan?
in college.
What?
Yeah, that's why like all the taxis around town are wrapped in like old advertisements because it was like a service that was doing that. You could put a thing on the top of your car, like, you know, like a pizza delivery thing.
Yeah,
I
like
mean, it's like in
Domino's?
Vegas. You
Yeah.
see cars driving around with a
That's a pretty good idea.
Exactly.
Like
in
the
the back
brand,
of a
like it's
pickup.
very cheap advertising.
Yeah, exactly. Because you just people.
But what if someone's in your vehicle like doing some dumb shit with your advertising?
Yeah,
on
I'm
it?
sure that's why it
Then-
didn't work.
Until one of these dummies does like a hit and run,
Yeah.
and then Domino's has their advertisement up top, and they're like, "I just saw a Domino's delivery car
Yeah,
hit-
true.
hit somebody parked and drive off."
I think what it was is like it would have been one of those Domino's delivery things, but it would have said like Kroll's Diner on the top of it. So I mean, same thing. You could think it was someone from Kroll's. But what's a place that doesn't drive around?
It doesn't drive around.
Yeah, that like doesn't have a delivery car.
JCPenney's
JC Penney,
probably.
there you go. That's perfectly lame.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing deliveries. Did you guys see that video of the snowmobiler that got stuck on the iceberg and drifted out
In Michigan.
underneath the Mackinac Strait.
The bridge. Really?
Yeah, that's what they call that gap right there, right?
Yeah.
Drifted like 10 miles out. How did a snowmobiler get stranded on
How
an
the fuck
iceberg?
do you get stuck on a
Shit
piece
like
of
that
ice?
happens on Lake Superior. Most of the time, it's not with snowmobiles because it's so thin they just walk out.
Yep.
But yeah, that shit happens all the time.
With
And then
fishermen. Right?
Didn't
With-
that happen
with
on one of your
fishermen, yeah.
buddies? They were out on the ice.
No, he
and
was good.
He was good, but other people weren't.
Yeah.
So what happened? They were out.
They got to take boats and retrieve them.
And they make you leave your shit, right? They won't take your, like, you can't bring your Vexlar with and whatever. Because I remember someone was like,
that
man.
actually makes sense. I don't actually know.
So these guys, this is a barge that I want to say just breaks up ice.
That's a pretty small chunk of ice, bro.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a crazy.
Holy shit.
Oh, was he like water skipping and then just stopped on that?
So that's
Rescues?
what I haven't found the context of how this guy initially got stranded out there. If he was fishing and it broke off.
Maybe he just pulled up for a Kodak moment on like the very edge of the ice.
Yep. Could have been that. And then it breaks off. But they went in, they rescued the guy. He ended up being okay.
Wow.
And then they also rescued the snowmobile, which was nice of
Dude,
them.
they were getting
Oh, yeah,
close
there it is.
That was busting up.
That seems like one of those things that, like, his wife at home was like, honey, don't go snowmobiling on the lake today. It's not safe. And he goes, it's fine. I got to get to the fucking Mosquito Inn and have a drink.
Yeah, and this guy gets stranded out there.
Oh, he's driving an old Arctic Cat.
So
Should have let it go down.
Yeah.
the Coast Guard who rescued him, like, got the call. They go in and rescue the dude, but there's no context of how he ended up out there.
Yeah. How did he end up?
He could have been
Somebody
like
asked-
riding across as it was kind of melting, and then he got to a spot and it broke off where he would. Remember when we put the motor on we cut ourselves a boat out of ice and we put the motor down?
Yeah, the guy could have just put his track in the water maybe and then just
Somehow
pushed it
propped
back to
yeah.
shore.
It would be scary. I mean, it looks like it was a blizzard. You imagine
It
it
was.
being in the middle of the freaking, what is that, Michigan? Lake Michigan?
Yeah, it was like
Lake Michigan and
Yep,
a blizzard?
and it was like no visibility.
Isn't
So
it
they
like
said like they didn't see the iceberg until they were like
On it.
100.
isn't like that straight like notoriously windy too?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, so they weren't
looking.
looking for him. That boat was out breaking up ice and they just came
No,
across him.
They got notified
Okay.
and they tracked him down
We need to buy a boat that can break ice.
for sure.
We'll start summer a little earlier.
Yeah, we got to do the lakes of service around here.
Whatever kind of like front they need. What do they have for that? Like just like steel fronts?
I think it's just steel, like a steel
Yeah.
V essentially.
I mean, honestly, all you need is just a plastic
break it all up.
Sea-Doo Spark. No, that's worked for us before.
You just gotta not care about the vehicle you're driving, and anything can be an icebreaker.
you know,
we could take the boat from you motors. I'm
Hit
sure
it.
they'd love that.
yeah. In case somebody wants to buy this boat, but they're not sure if they can get it the use that they want out of it. Well, it's multi-use.
You can extend your season.
Exactly.
It'd probably be fun.
Start,
It would.
start the season early.
Yeah. No, we couldn't do that to that thing.
We busted up a little bit of ice in the Mastercraft a few years ago. It was hardly saying busting up ice. It was just like a little thin.
Oh, when
Remember?
we went surfing when it was snowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in November.
Yeah, we had to like kind of bust through a little like slushy ice, but it wasn't ice that's frozen and then now is breaking up is worse because it's thicker.
It's a little bit different hitting stuff with fiberglass.
Yeah, true. It's just gonna break. I was impressed with how those sparks
I
handled
think,
it. Other than
they're
the couple
strong enough
impellers,
until they're not.
it's probably a good point.
And then they shatter.
But we still haven't broke a single one.
It's
How
like
many of you
ABS
guys
plastic.
had?
Yeah.
Like 6
They're
of
pretty
them?
damn tough, dude. And we were hitting ramps with mine.
Mhm.
Remember that time when we cut the
Yep.
track in the ice? And
Yep.
Oh,
like, I mean, the
yeah.
thing's tough, and you'd miss a turn, you'd just hit the ice
Smash
and
right into it.
smash right up
Micah
on.
jumped it freaking 15
Like-
feet downwards.
Yeah, he jumped it.
Out of the pool into the pond.
Yeah.
Dude,
That was
we
awesome.
got so lucky on that one. Like the way that he landed and fell off without hitting his face on the bars.
Sea-Doo Sparks are
They're tough.
so tough. And one thing I will circle back on Aeronautique that we got from U Motors, that's for sale actually right now at U Motors. So if anyone wants our boat from last year, it's only got like 70 hours on it, but there is nothing even close to as cool as that. I mean, just the Nardo gray with the red interior, and it's just the best boat.
G25.
G25, 25 feet.
It's a sick
big boat.
It
Yeah,
is a
it's-
sick
it's
boat. And we
the
have
best.
not went iceberging.
No, that thing's in perfect
Yet.
condition.
Add some,
Yeah.
just to clarify, in case
Look,
people were wondering.
I mean, if no one buys it, I'd be super happy to be able to just run that again
For sure.
this year.
Yeah, that's a sweet boat.
Like, it doesn't get any cooler.
It really doesn't get
like,
any cooler.
Like, if we had to build another one, how would you build a cooler boat than that? Like you'd maybe just you'd be the same boat, but you'd maybe just change some colors around. I
Wrap
don't
it
know.
in Cheetos.
We could do orange Cheeto wrap and then orange interior. The whole thing's just orange. But then, would you want to ride in that, Ev?
Yeah, maybe once or twice.
You'd be like,
motors
I'm
would
not
actually
hopping
be like,
in that
Just
thing.
so embarrassing.
People are taking pictures.
You motors would be like, do you hate us? Are you
Yeah.
trying to make the most unsellable boat possible?
We hop in it. We're doing the cruise around the lake, and people are running out on the dock. We think they're gonna be like, give thumbs
Nice.
up, and they're just like, morons,
And then Evan's like, I told you.
idiots.
I told you they do that.
They might not yell it at us, but they probably would be saying it behind our back.
What I would do if I would do it differently. Black exterior, still red guts, but I would do a no can do spec all around the outside.
Now we're talking.
Well, that's essentially my boat. Ken, you could sponsor my boat.
You could, Ken, you need a boat.
I do need a boat.
Let's put the houseboat at your place next to the mom chaser. I mean, you have the mom chaser. Don't
Absolutely
forget
not.
about that.
No.
Why not?
You hate the mom chaser.
No, I'm not putting the houseboat out in front of my house.
You won't put the mom chaser out there either, though.
No, of course not.
What? Why?
Yeah,
That's my house. I don't want that at my house.
Well, it's also your boat.
I don't want to advertise that.
It is your boat, Ken.
Hey, let's keep it at your house if you like it so much.
You can keep it at my house. I'd love to.
I
That
need
sounds
a
great.
pontoon.
No, Ben.
Yeah,
You told me you could keep it at my house. I want the mom chaser at my house.
You have the wrong boat for the lake you're on.
I think, sorry, what?
I'm more
I could
proud
use
of
a pontoon, but I'm not quite ready to take that step. But
I'm more proud of Ken's boat than he is.
dude, it's awesome. It's an awesome boat. It's a 101.
I would
Everyone
say
thinks it's fucking awesome.
I would say it's awesome in the same terms as Evan's rap is awesome. Everyone says it's cool, but it's like I don't like that necessarily.
Whoa.
I mean, I think I agree with Ken.
Really?
Well, I mean, I could see his point.
Well, Ken, you can park it up front.
With the world's smallest pontoon, you think people say that it's awesome to your face but don't mean it behind your back?
Ken, you had girls crawling all over it so extensively that it
almost
almost sank. And then with all the other girls surrounded, then you had a girl kiss you. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't think that's happened to Evan's
and
truck.
she wasn't even
Yeah.
a mom.
It's not happening
Yeah.
at the local Casey's.
I mean, that did kind of get just brushed over of how legendary of a moment that was.
Yeah, but it's kind of like it's my house. I'm not gonna necessarily be told like, you have to keep this here because it's mine. It's not
We're
yours.
not telling you you
We're
have
not.
to.
Well,
We're just
you
surprised you
literally
don't
are saying,
want it.
you have to keep that there.
Was there any have tos in this? We'll have to rerun the tape back. I
Ken-
just thought you would want it there.
Yeah, same.
We're just proud of the boat and figure
Exactly.
that you would want it to use it and show it off.
Well, it's like it's not very useful if I'm trying to take more than just me out. Like I'm getting my own pontoon. It's just going to be a little bit
People
bit
can have
bigger than
more
a one-seater.
One boat out front of their house.
Are you gonna just put it over at your nude beach?
Sure, it can stay at that beach. I wouldn't call it a nude beach.
No,
but
that will just get trashed then.
Yeah, Evan and Dalton are gonna just be using it
Why? I'm not hanging out at Ken's nude beach.
with Dalton.
Which one's
No.
Ken's nude beach? Are you talking about the one on the track?
Yeah, his private.
It would be trash. That pontoon would be trash in 2 months.
oh, I wouldn't give it that long.
I would put the houseboat on DL. As
do
long
it.
as, yeah, fuck it.
Let's put out
It'd be
front of
pretty
Ryan's
sick.
house.
Dude,
I
that'd
could
be
live there,
legendary.
and then we could take it to all the bars.
That'd be
It would be so fun.
That'd be
I would love
so
that.
fun.
I'm down.
The
Honestly, the houseboat pretty damn hard to beat
It
in terms of
It's
level
so
of fun.
Awesome.
You can't get that anywhere.
I might
unless
put a
you
new
build it.
motor on it. If we're gonna actually start using it, I maybe would put a new motor on the back. I'll invest my own coin into a good time and put a new motor on it just because I don't want one of those situations where it stops working.
Yeah.
And we crash into something.
You and Alondra,
Living on it?
you want to take a cruise around the lake? It breaks out in the middle. Wind picks up. Ryan's taking out all of his neighbors' docks.
Oh,
This
man.
thing is so heavy.
And big, dude.
It is.
It's like a
big
kite with
girl.
all the walls.
There's a guy who has one. It's not nearly as cool as ours.
I don't know how legal that is or if he has a permit or what, but that houseboat has just sat out in front of the beach
For years.
as long as I can remember.
So I did some research on that when we were building ours because I thought it would be a great idea. You could rent houseboats and anchor them on Detroit Lake, and then people could come and rent it, and they would have a houseboat, and you'd be all the stuff. So I was looking into it as a little side investing thing. It is legal as long as it isn't a permanent structure. So you can't tie it to your dock with the intention of it never moving, and it can't block navigable waters. Like, that's where I don't get. That must be within the marina. so he can anchor it there. Like you can't just anchor them out wherever you want permanently because it's blocking the navigable waters. So you would have to, but you can tie up a big boat with the intentions of it leaving. So as long as it's mobile, you're good.
It is a pretty good idea because it's like lake homes are getting more and more expensive and unattainable. Just build yourself a houseboat, and now you got your boat and your house. You're on the lake. You can just park at some public parking spot and anchor that thing.
If it's windy on your side of the shore, you just go to the other. Houseboats, man.
You're gonna
I'm
need
in.
some big anchors for sure. The last thing you want to do is have that thing coast away. But when you're sleeping,
you need a nice little dinghy. That's why like Ken's mom chaser pontoon would be the
that is
perfect
a little
dinghy for a houseboat.
It's the perfect one for that thing.
So if you wanted to put the houseboat out in front of your house and then use the dinghy to be shuttling,
No.
You could probably walk straight from your boathouse onto your houseboat. You parked it.
Yeah, you could.
boathouseception.
Yeah, you could probably. You get a little like gangway. Brian, I think we should put out in front of your place.
I can't.
'Cause your house might not be done in time for summer, but
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I want to live on it, and I want to put it on DL, and then you guys can all
it's a
come
good
over,
idea, Ryan.
and we'll all come and hang out and have bonfires and.
when do you
Drink
think your
beer.
house will be done, Rye?
Ooh, June, I'm hoping.
Damn, that's
Mid-June.
not far at all.
So something that we want to do this summer on our new property is build a tiny house.
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
And we want to do it in some kind of way that it's a CBoys tiny house where maybe it's got like 5 levels to it, but it's like the size of this area right here. And it's just like, it looks like a little skyscraper or
It's
something.
like apartments on top of each other.
What's the show that they had on, what was it, TLC, where they built...
Extreme Home Makeover.
Thank you. Extreme Home Makeover, where they build it in 7 days.
Who's going to
So
be
they-
our Ty Bennett?
Well, I mean, I could maybe do that job, but as long
But
as
how
he
are you going to
doesn't
build it?
Huh?
How are you going to build it?
Oh, is he he's just the host.
Yeah.
Well,
Then he goes,
we
move
would need.
that bus.
I could probably yell that.
if
we
we
have Gavin
Luckily,
driving
we
the
have,
bus.
we
We
have
got
buses.
buses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
If
we
we-
have buses.
if we prefabricated it and made it out of shipping containers, how tall do you think we could stack those things? 4 or 5 tall?
Well, what if we just took a 40-foot shipping container and put it upright?
Then it's like
Really
8 by
small.
8. Aren't they 8 by 8? No,
That's
8
small.
by
Isn't
10
that how
or
small
something.
we're going though?
I think we got to go a little
bigger.
bigger, more
Bro,
of
the
like a
poor guy.
rectangle than a.
I'm thinking like
Where?
just stack like 3 or 4 high of like 20-foot shipping containers and like somehow bolt them together.
I'm imagining the plumbing in this scenario. If you take a shit on the top floor and like every bit is just into the main pipe, so it just comes down with a velocity
Somebody-
into the bottom.
It's just like a porta potty style.
Evan and Spenny are living in it, or Evan and Gav, and Gav's downstairs eating his cereal for breakfast.
Which Gavin?
And it's just boom.
Which Gavin?
like mortar
Three-wheeler
fire.
Gav or wrench?
Well, Wrench was pretty excited about the idea of it because he was like, I need somewhere to live in the meantime. And I was like, well, you might have some other roommates that might also feel the same way. He's like, that's fine. I'm like, does this dude know who would be living in an 8x8 cell with?
Cell. It's a cell.
I'll swing by.
I know that you would. That's what I'm wondering. If he's thought out the airflow, especially wherever the rooms are, if they're stacked on top of each other.
It's tough. You'd want to be down low for convenience, and also the air conditioning would be cooler down there, but then everybody's got to come through your space. It'd be interesting. I'm excited.
Yeah, if you're a contractor or an electrician or a plumber or anything else that it would take to build a house, hit us up if you want to be a part of this project. Because I think if we do a 7-day extreme home makeover tiny house edition, that's the move.
You ever hear about the kid that got the Moorhead one?
Mm-mm.
Ended up being a bit of a child perv.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Man, he's in jail.
What?
Wait, what?
The kid?
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
But this was an actual episode of
Yeah.
Extreme Home Makeover.
My dad worked on it. It's a really, really, really nice house
In Moorhead.
In Moorhead,
Okay.
yeah.
Hold
But
on,
I think
so
the
the-
kid's in jail.
Oh, wow.
I can look it up.
Extreme Home Makeover was working on a house in Moorhead, not far from here. And they had like wrapped it up, and then like the whole community was coming together to like help on the project. And they like brought our class there to like fucking rake the leaves and shit.
Really?
Yeah. So we were working on the leaves, and then I got tabletopped and sprained my wrist. Yeah, like sprained it really bad.
I do.
Good old fashioned tabletop. That's common in the 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we still do it today.
Ken loves a good
Yeah.
tabletop.
I think you love giving them. I hate them.
I like to be the ground guy because I don't feel as guilty as the
pusher.
Yeah,
It's you and Dalton are always the ones that are like.
I'm never pushing.
Ken's a
Unless I have
tabletop
to.
dream, man. Just tall and unstable.
I almost dragged Dalton down last time, didn't I?
I think it was Ben.
It
You
was me,
teabagged him.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I was on the ground and you were teabagging.
You said,
Yeah,
"Well, that
you know,
didn't
I
work
learned
out
my
for
lesson.
you."
I'm done with the tabletops after that one.
Just kidding. 7 years of supervised released.
So it was actually him.
Yeah. Yeah. He
It was the
he had a
son.
little child stuff. That
Yeah.
was bad. 3 counts. But his family is actually really great. They have a lot
So it
of.
was the kid. Like
The
they
kid-
built
the
the house
kid-
for the family and was.
They built a house for the kid,
And what did
and the whole family.
what did the kid have?
Spina
Why-
bifida. But his family is great. They like run a charity and shit. So you feel kind of bad. But
I wonder what the percentage of families that have this extreme home makeover for their home keep it versus sell it.
they talk about that a lot. Because 1, it blows up your tax bill because it's a way nicer house. And then 2, sometimes you have a bedroom that's like themed fucking Star Wars or
didn't
some
they-
shit. And you're like, they grow out of it, because they would do these extreme rooms.
Right, yeah.
Or
But-
you build this crazy expensive house in a neighborhood that's not really
Worth it.
suiting for it, so then it's very hard to sell it. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of maybe in like a different income bracket, and then it's also like an expensive house. So then the people that can afford it are like, I don't really. This is a little bit more of a rougher neighborhood, and
Wasn't there also some kind of deal where they would get stuck with like some crazy construction bills at the end of it too?
Really?
Like I think it wasn't like fully completely covered. Like it wasn't just you get a new house for no cost. It was they had to put some money into it.
There's a whole documentary on it, so I can I'll watch it. But
kind of like Pimp My Ride.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
people would get fucked. They
Except
already they had a car that kind of ran, and then they get it back, and now it's a car that still kind of runs, but it's got a fish tank in the fucking trunk. You're like, dude, what am I gonna do with this?
Then I guess like a lot of the like crazy audio systems
even
and
work.
stuff.
Oh, no.
Or they'd keep it. They'd like trick
They'd
it all
pull it
out
back
for the
up?
show, and then they'd take
Yeah.
some. Yeah.
that's
That show had
fucked
a
up.
The hell
you
would the
can
cars
watch-
have
There's a
after that,
lot
then?
of stuff on YouTube. You can watch it, or they like just kind of. It's
That's
interesting.
sad.
I mean, a lot of those shows are like that, dude. I actually watched a documentary not too long ago on I think it was Netflix, but it was about The Biggest Loser. That
Oh,
show,
yeah,
The
that
Biggest
one's
Loser.
good.
That was
And,
Jared, right? No,
No.
Subway.
No,
guy.
he was a Subway guy.
guy.
That was
Different guy.
another thing where he said he lost a bunch of weight. He ended up being kind of a guy that
Yeah,
perv.
he was
perv
a bit of a
too.
child
The
perv.
fuck?
Can't be doing that at all.
But it's a show about getting these people to lose weight and healthiness, but they were doing it in such an unhealthy way.
Like Ozempic
Because they're
before
just
Ozempic?
trying to. If Ozempic was out, they would have definitely been on that. But like they're just trying to more so get the show. They cared about the entertainment factor, not actually like helping the people.
Well, I think most of them gained it right back.
Yeah,
once
and they
were off
gained
the
it right
show.
back, and that's because the way that they lost it was in such an unhealthy way, like not eating and things like that. You can just watch.
Well,
the
and they
show,
would go
but,
back into like their normal life routine, and then they just fall right back into their old ways.
How long were they doing these challenges? Was it week after week after week?
Yeah, week
So it's
after
like-
week after week, and they'd
I
have to
mean-
lose a certain amount of weight, and like
Dude, you know how long it takes to lose
Was it
weight.
Is it
It's
90
not
days? Is
overnight.
what the normal?
I don't remember.
Yeah. But the doctor said it was like the doctor
Oh my gosh.
was like, dude, I could have made them lose just as much weight without calling them fat slobs on a treadmill. But it made good TV.
Have you guys seen that show? It's like a love show about it's with different age people. So like some of the people are
past it.
20. I don't know what the name is. What's the name, Ryan?
Some
of
Love
Age
on
of
the
Attraction.
Spectrum?
Age of Attraction. No, it's not that. So, anyways, I was thinking we could put Gavin on this, not Love on the Spectrum, but on the age show. What's it called again? Sorry,
Age of Attraction.
Age of Attraction. So it's
Shred 80.
basically Shred 80 and the 3-wheeler guy. Because the reason why he would fit on it is there's different ages. There's like a 6-year-old man. There's a 21-year-old girl. Bunch of variety of ages, but it's very hard to tell. They purposely pick people that you're like, if you had to guess their age, it's very hard. And like Alex is watching, she's like, guess how old this woman is. And I'm like, 28? She's 47. And I'm like, holy crap, that's actually kind of crazy. So they purposely pick these people, and then they're basically matching up people of very different ages, and they don't know until they tell that. But Gavin
then
would
what?
fit. Well, then they're, I don't know, the show
In
keeps
love.
going on. They're in love. Gavin would fit that because, as we've said many a times before, he looks like he's kind of like 40. You'd assume like, oh, he's probably like upper 30s, maybe 40. And like he's into the 80s stuff, so it makes sense. You're like, well, that's probably one of his favorite times he's been alive. And
people
then
think Gavin's 40?
I don't think he doesn't look that old.
I think they think he's older than he is.
Oh, for sure that. Yeah.
So like he would fit that show because he's got a great personality. He's got a lot of energy. He's young. So then like he'd probably end up meeting with like 55-year-old woman. She'd be like, oh, perfect. Like I found a guy my age, this, that, and the other. Like they don't build them like this anymore, you know? And then it turns out he's 25.
Dude, I'm just picturing Gavin on that show and knowing the entertainer he is, he would be a producer's dream.
Yeah, he would be. He'd be the main character.
Hold him like clay.
He would. He'd be the main character. He'd steal this show and they'd be like, holy shit, this guy is so entertaining.
They could start a whole
Kicks
new
the
series
dust up.
based on him. Weight of Attraction.
One time we were
a bunch of people. They put a bunch of skinny chicks
spin-off.
in fat suits, and like Gavin has to fall in love with them in like of differing weights. It's like you got to take weight out of it, Gav. I can't.
They tell
Gavin, I have something to come clean about. I weigh only 125 pounds.
No, don't tell me that.
I thought that we had a connection, though. I didn't think this was all physical.
You got to get up to at least 280.
Well, it's okay, baby. We can change that.
Do you have a history of obesity in your family?
One time, Gavin and I were at this bar, and there was like this older, kind of haggard bar rat woman, and she likes to hang out at the bar. She's older, and Gavin's being Gavin, and I just remember she like said this line like, "They don't make them like you anymore," something like that. She was really into him.
Holy fuck, though. Could you imagine being like a 50-year-old guy and a woman says that to you? That would be nice. They don't make them like you
They
anymore.
don't build them like you anymore, do they? No, they don't.
Stop it.
But yeah, anyways, that'd be great to get him on a show like that. Speaking of reality shows.
Support for today's episode comes from Square, the easy way for business owners to take payments, book appointments, manage staff, and keep everything running in one place.
And right now, listeners can get up to $200 off Square hardware when you go to sign up at square.com/go/wideopen. That's SQUARE.com/go/wideopen. Visit Square to get started because the right tools make all the difference.
Square is actually the best. As a customer, it makes checkout a breeze. And my favorite part is the loyalty rewards are built in, so there's no more punch cards at my favorite local coffee shop.
But Square makes it easier for businesses too. With Square, you can track sales, manage inventory, and access reports in real time, whether you're in your shop, on the go, or running things solo.
Square hardware looks good and is easy too. Square hardware also supports every major payment method, including tap to pay, and offers instant access to your earnings through Square checking.
With Square, you get all the tools to run your business with none of the contracts or complexity. And why wait? Right now, you can get up to $200 off Square hardware at square.com/go/wideopen. That's SQUARE.com/GO/wideopen. Run your business smarter with Square. Get started today.
This episode is brought to you by Pocket Hose, the world's #1 expandable hose. Pocket Hose solves a ton of problems that typical old-fashioned garden hoses have.
Problem number one is they are a pain to store. Pocket hose starts out small, but once you fill it up with water, it expands out to a full-length hose, meaning it's easy to store and pack up once you're done.
Problem number two is other garden hoses kink and crease at the spigot, but the copperhead pocket pivot swivels 360 degrees so you don't get creases and kinks at your hose valve.
Pocket Hose is super light and durable and backed with a 10-year warranty. We have Pocket Hoses all over the shop, and they are legit. Easy to use, easy to store, and no hose reel needed.
For a limited time, our listeners can get a free pocket pivot and their 10 pattern sprayer with the purchase of any Copperhead hose. Just text Wide Open to 64,000. That's Wide Open to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. Text Wide Open to 64,000. Message and data rates may apply. See terms for details.
Greta asked me yesterday if I would ever want to be on a reality TV show because she's been super into the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be honest, I have watched a couple episodes with her.
And you love Mormons.
So I do love Mormons. I do love Mormons. Some of the greatest people I know. I've said that on this podcast many times. But these people are clinically insane.
100%.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
What makes for good TV.
And so like she'll turn it on and I'm sitting there watching it like this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I almost can't stop watching because I want to know what stupid shit they do next. Maybe some girlfriends of CBoys fans think the same about watching the CBoys video. They're like, oh, what the fuck are they doing? Jumping a TRX like that or whatever the hell we're doing that week, right? But in this, I'm just watching it like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
But it's good TV, right?
It is, but it's like, it's so crazy how like personal they get with like their
They really do.
their relationships.
People are willing to just blow out their
They
spot.
blow it out. And I think people forget like this is like real
They're
lives.
real. Yeah,
Like,
they're
they're
real. And
real
they're talking on
marriages.
TV
They're real
about-
kids. Like
How real is that, and how much of that is the producers scripting it? Because
Yes
if you
and no, but
look at the
still-
credits,
yeah, but people
they're
still do
scripted.
it. People still do it. Obviously, it's still scripted. It's a reality TV show. We know how stupid that shit is.
But they're
But-
sitting there and they're talking like, yeah, my husband doesn't satisfy me anymore. Like, that's crazy fucking shit to put on TV.
Crazy. It's
For
insane.
no matter how much money it's for.
Tough
You know,
pill to
like
swallow when
that's
you're
a
the guy.
that's a tough one. Like how did
It just depends how bad you want to be on TV, bro.
And that's what I
it's
resort
all
back
it
to. Like,
boils
they
down
just
to.
want it. They just
could
want
say
it.
that shit about us. We just totaled out a fucking $68,000 TRX. You know, like
Yeah,
we're
I
not
mean,
sound into like logical individuals.
no, and I get it. I
True.
get it. Like I know where they're coming from, and I know like why they're motivated to do what they do. It's just such a different level of like
Yeah,
their
it's different.
personal lives.
Their, I guess, online footprint is a little different. You
It
know, we
is.
got a hell of an online footprint too. You know,
No, I mean the shit we talked about on this
I
podcast
know.
is insane.
So
It's
so
insane.
incriminating.
There's no
Some
going
of the
back.
things that we have said is crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I still watch that and I can't believe it. Yeah, I don't know. Dude, so the other day I was scrolling Instagram. Okay, this is gonna be like the most Gen X thing I've probably ever said. Ken, do you know where you were when Clav got frame mogged by the ASU frat leader?
No.
it's like the world stopped turning for a
Can,
minute.
can you say full words?
I knew you wouldn't have any idea what that meant.
I know,
barely-
Can you
I
pull
don't
this
even know
up?
what that
I've
meant.
heard about this, but I don't know what we're
You're
talking.
talking clavicular.
Right. Okay. So there's a streamer. His name's Clavicular. He is all about like looks maxing. So he'll do things like hit his jaw with a hammer to get a better jawline. He reminds me a lot of Dalton.
Yeah,
He
you should
was
get
just
up there,
hanging
dog.
out with
A lot of
Pepino the other day, right?
That was
Yeah.
hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he like microdoses like meth. I think,
Meth is
to,
what he
to
said.
stay lean.
Dude, this guy is insane.
All right, so Clav's on the right, but anyway, he's a streamer that's blowing up right now. He's doing a great job of getting clicks, but his whole thing is like looks maxing.
So what's a frame mog?
Like he basically he's got a crazier frame.
Oh,
and
like his shoulders.
like stature.
Okay.
And so he frame mogged Clav when Clav pulled up to a ASU frat party or some shit. I don't
Meaning
know.
that
like
his
I
shoulders were wider.
Like
and
I
I'm
said,
just
he
gonna
looks
say
bigger.
it doesn't look that good. It looks kind of whack. He's like too wide.
His face looks a little fucking weird.
Which
said,
one?
he's been hitting himself with a
Which
hammer,
one?
Ken.
Which one? The
The-
dude on the right or left?
The dude on the right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it
Well, that's,
looks like
that's
he's-
clavicle.
It looks like he's taking some kind of like injection in his face.
He probably is.
He is.
He's
dude.
doing everything
He's,
and
he's
anything.
looks maxing in every way possible. Like plastic surgery. He's doing a full like facial reconstruction.
He takes a hammer, I guess, and like hits himself in the face
He's have some
Build
kind
up
of
to
his
like,
like
bone
build up
density.
Beauty is
like
pain.
some kind of like jawline thing. I don't know.
What do you think about that, Dalt?
I mean, to each their own. I wouldn't do it, but
You wouldn't hit
What
yourself
would
in
you
the
do?
face with a hammer?
Do you
I'd
think-
get a nose job.
You'd get a nose job,
It's just big. I don't know.
bro.
your
You
nose
don't
is not
need a
that big.
fucking nose job.
I don't know. I mean, realistically, probably wouldn't do it. But
But you said you'd do a nose job.
I mean, if I had to pick the perfect facial structure, I would go a smaller nose.
Okay.
Kind of a girl thing to do, dude.
I like I said, I'm not going to do it.
Unless you have
but
nasal breathing issues.
Checks out.
Going somewhere with this, I didn't just bring this up. This ASU frat guy that frame mogged Clav popped up on my feed, and he was talking shit to Andrew Tate.
What? Now he's just in the picture.
Now he's got a
like I was like,
platform.
what the fuck is going on right now? And then I look at the video and I go, looks like my old Lamborghini. And I zoom in on the interior. I'm like, okay, red Alcantara, and it's white. It's the same wing that I had.
This ASU guy already has a Lamborghini.
And then I'm like scrolling through this guy's page trying to find other videos, and he had the same wheels as me, same
It's your
brakes.
car.
It was my car. It was my old Lamborghini. And I was like, holy shit. The frame mogger is driving my old Lambo.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, this is a simulation.
At least
this is a simulation.
His wing was installed by a professional.
Yeah, we know that.
Let me see it, Ryan. Let me see it.
Dude, I've been seeing his TikToks. He's been like promoting this de-bloat stuff for your face. The frame mugger guy has been. I'm assuming he makes bank off of it because he keeps doing it. It gets crazy views.
He's got to be making some kind of money if he's buying a Lamborghini. It's a quick come up.
Yeah.
What the
But I was like,
Let me see
dude,
it.
the other day I was thinking like, I wonder where that car ever ended up. And then that video popped up like a couple days later. Yeah, dude, look at this.
Is it the same wheels?
Yes, it's my old car, bro.
He's got some kind of. Do you have lighting in
I
there?
missed that car. That was a great car.
What? Yeah, you think you're...
Are you sure?
Look your
Same
VIN
wing,
up on
same
VinWiki,
wheels.
see if they can track it down.
Thinking about
Well,
it,
I don't
like
know.
even
Yeah.
That's... Well, I guess I don't know if it is,
Dude,
but
you're
it's just
so
cool
lucky,
to...
Ben.
It's cool to know that your car is out there somewhere, you know?
It is out there.
You got
Yep.
to see
I
it
could only
live
dream of
on.
my GTR being driven by a guy like this.
By the ASU frat leader. Your car's so lucky to get frame mogged every day. You weren't looks maxing in it, and that was just unfortunate. You weren't doing it justice.
I wasn't. Yeah, it needed a new owner.
What do you guys think about that looks maxing thing?
You know, I think it's just shown like the insecurity, I feel like, of that generation, like trying to like go to the absolute extremes of hitting your face with a hammer to do that. And I get like there's something about like personal health and getting in better shape and like doing everything you can to like, I don't know, feel better, look better. But like, I don't know, when Dalton's saying getting a nose surgery, like who are you trying to impress? If it's Clav's like whole thing of like looking better, but Dalton's already a good looking kid. He's a good looking kid. Chill. Evan.
I'd agree though.
He's a good looking kid,
Like-
and he doesn't need like to like change anything.
Same
like,
with like that Clav dude. Like no homo, but like he's a pretty obviously a good looking guy. You're already better looking than 99% of the people. The fact that you think you got to fucking get a jaw reconstruction surgery and all this other bullshit, you clearly have some body dysmorphia going on or something. But like in my day, that'd be pretty gay to do. The kids like, you know, like in our generation, like doing that kind of stuff is just like, it's not,
But at this point, continuing to do it is why he's
famous.
no, for sure.
so like,
yeah, I think
For
it's
sure.
just like the
That's gotta
example that he
play.
sets for kids, and you know, I think he's doing obviously a lot of good of like telling kids to get in the gym and like do all these
no, for
things
sure,
for
that
like,
kind of stuff.
I don't know, actually looking better, and if you get more or help you with chicks or confidence or whatever, like to each their own there. But I guess to have to like go under the knife. But I mean, honestly, women have been doing it for
Yeah, and
forever.
and that's where I need to clarify when I say it's kind of gay to do. That's probably not the right word. I mean it as caring that much about your looks is kind of a feminine thing. Like if you care that much about your looks, like it's kind of a feminine thing to do, in my opinion.
It is interesting though. I mean, obviously, like chicks have been getting plastic surgery for.
But I think that's kind of more the social norm for chicks, whereas like guys, you're not gonna go to a plastic surgery off. Like the norm isn't go to a plastic surgery office and get a nose job, get jaw filler, get all this other stuff.
I think it is other places.
I think it's definitely less talked about, but maybe done, but guys don't admit it.
Ryan,
also
would you
true.
get a nose job and some jaw surgery and all that
No,
shit?
I probably need both, but no, I'm good. I'd maybe take. I was thinking about taking like peptides or something to get a little more jacked. I think that'd be fun. Dalton shake his head because he's probably done the research on it. I've done no research. I have no idea what the fuck. But like I don't know. That's the thing. Like you say, it's a social norm now. You look at everybody on Instagram is fucking shredded, and you're like, oh, that'd be pretty sick.
I mean,
to
I
do
could
that.
understand getting on like testosterone or peptides or shit like that. That's way different than getting
for sure.
face reconstruction surgery.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I don't know. That's maybe something I'd look into, but I'd be honest about it.
Doing steroids though, you're looking at it like steroids aren't good for you, but you want to look better, feel better.
That's why I
about
wouldn't do steroids.
yourself.
Bro, I would 100% get on steroids before I did a face reconstruction surgery.
Would you?
Over face reconstruction surgery?
I don't know. It's two different ways to look at it because like steroids could mess up your like fertility.
Yeah, but I feel
Face
like
like
reconstruction
that.
surgery is permanent. You can hop on steroids, run them for a few years, or run them for even 6 months.
you get on like
whatever, call it.
testosterone, that is way less risky and way more like beneficial to your health than you getting like plastic surgery to have
Yeah,
a different
especially-
nose or jaw or something like that.
Hopping on tests can be good for you, especially as you age, because you're testosterone as a male naturally declines.
Yeah, not before though.
Yeah, not before. Like if you're 16, you shouldn't be hopping on test.
Right. Yeah, I guess I was just thinking as far as like the risk factor of it, but
That makes sense.
I mean, it's also like you're doing any kind of surgery. There is inherent risk in that. Like they could fuck up the anesthesia and you'd have some other kind of complication from that.
well, I got fucked up from my last surgery, and the
Yeah,
rest of my
you're-
life's
You're
fucked
still
because of
doing.
it.
You're
Like,
still dealing
yeah,
with
I'm still
it.
dealing
What,
with
2
it.
years later?
Yeah, scar tissue in my stomach,
They figured out what it is.
dude. I've seen so many doctors.
Yeah.
I've done every single test, and nobody has a solid answer for me besides for scar tissue after the appendix surgery.
Wow.
And the only way to remove scar tissue
Is more surgery.
is more surgery, which could lead to
More complications.
more scar
which-
tissue.
more scar tissue.
Jesus.
Yeah. If you can avoid surgery, avoid surgery at all costs.
What do you think, Ev?
That's why I don't go to the doctor.
You can't get any bad news from the doc if you never go.
Well,
No news is good news.
you need to go to the chiropractor after your last jump. The jump heard around the world.
20,
It's got like
24
28 million views total on short form content.
Yeah, we posted it on Instagram,
YouTube Shorts.
and it got 14 million views in like a couple days, and then we posted it again with the inside camera angle and the jump, and it's got 15.5 million views in a day and a half.
Did Ram ever comment back on it?
I think
Dude, they liked it.
They liked it?
They liked the post.
Okay, well, that's a good start.
They probably can't get too behind it being.
They should
No.
send us a fleet,
They should send us a new TRX. That'd be great.
like
That'd
a
be
couple
great.
TRXs, couple Hellcats.
We got about 10 million views for him on long form and another 50 million on short form
Could get Ryan another SRT
by
Jeep
next
deal.
week if they sent us one.
I mean, really, I think us doing that jump just showcases how tough those trucks really are.
We broke it.
Yeah, we broke it, but the
Not that bad.
suspension is still fine. You know, the frame flexed a little bit and kinked the cab. There's less broken than I would have expected.
I'm so impressed with how flat it jumped, which obviously
Yeah, it
blows
really
out of
did.
the jump, but really couldn't have landed any better.
I was explaining that I went to the bars this weekend, DT Fargo, and some guy was asking me. He's like, "How did you get that TRX to jump so flat? Did you weight the bed? Did you do the suspension?" I go, "Well, no. You see, if the jump is longer than the wheelbase of the truck," I sounded like I could have worked for fucking NASA. Like he was like, "Oh wow, that makes so much sense." And I go, "You learn that when you jump a few things
They're
with short
smooth,
wheelbases,
Mm-hmm.
and then they launch." But
Versus like being nose heavy and boom, boom, like that's how I'm sure there've been way more damage. You know, like the bumpers, all that shit is just fine.
What is broken on it?
So we just ended up bringing it to a dealership because it was pretty bad. So obviously the front differential is broken off from the frame. So we had to get a new one of those. The CV joints are fine, but when the front differential broke, it broke and fucked up. And probably your driving, that was probably some of the noises that we were hearing, was the drive shaft going from the transfer case to the differential that was getting all fucked up. So basically, we're taking a gamble that the transfer case is okay because that's like a $7,000 fix.
Leave it.
Yeah, that's what I
We
said.
don't need all-wheel drive.
I said we'll hook it up, and if the transfer case is fucked, we'll go from there. You know, we'll put it in rear-wheel drive and we'll go. But it should be fine. They're replacing all the parts. They're on order, so hopefully the price of a new Chevy or a new old 2003
used
Chevy will be back on
A
the road.
proper Chev.
A proper Chev.
Damn, dude, we're gonna be into this thing 100 racks.
No. It'll be. I think they said like $5,000.
Oh, well, that's good.
Still,
But
way less than
they'll
a
probably
Raptor
double
R.
it. They'll probably double it on us. Yeah, but so it's getting fixed.
Oh, I'm excited to get that thing back.
Dude, you know what I've been seeing pulling major views on Instagram and TikTok is those Indian fellas with the wheel. And they put it on like there's like a spinny wheel. I'll pull up a video of it here. They like launched this wheel into fucking space. Let me pull
It's like
it
a
up.
motor that has a solid wooden wheel on it that spins right next to the motor, and then they put like a tire on it, and then the tire gets spinning really fast, and they pull the tire off with like a stick, like they push it off, and then the tire catches speed and it flings into like either a person that they have set up out there or like a
real
wall,
person?
and
Damn, getting hit by a tire at high speed that hurt.
And I really want Big Wrench to build us one of these. And he said he wouldn't do it because we're going to lose a hand. But they just get this sucker ripping.
Oh, dude, this
What
is
the fuck?
sketchy.
And then watch
Oh
it.
my
Watch
God.
it. Watch it. Boom.
Oh, what?
This one was actually pretty mid. Like, it rips. But yeah.
We would definitely fuck something up that we were not trying to fuck up.
Well,
Indian
that's-
space program.
that's
an
what- that's what-
interesting thing to look up.
That's what people always comment on it is like, this is the Indian space program. Because they go higher. So they're like sending these tires to space. Indian Air Defense.
Speaking of wheels, do you think we could host or like have our own cheese wheel race down a hill?
We have a hill.
They just did one in Valley City on St. Patrick's Day.
Really?
That's
Yep.
insane. I would love to have seen that. Do you know what
Valley
that is,
City
Ben?
has a hill?
Yeah, dude, there's a bunch of hills over
It's
there.
named after a hill, technically, too.
Oh, I suppose.
Do you know
I
what,
suppose. Didn't think of that.
where's that based out of? Scotland? When they roll the cheese wheel down the hill and everyone's running after it and they just tumble.
You guys know how much a cheese wheel costs?
Thousands.
It's like $1,200.
Well, we could get an artificial cheese wheel if that's the issue.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I
But
forgot.
I think it would be fun to do it at the ski hill when there's still like some snow. It might make the impact.
we
not
could
as
do it at
bad.
Ben's wedding.
Dude, this shit
Oh
is
my
gnarly.
God. Can you imagine everyone in their nice
Oh
clothes
my god.
chasing a cheese rod down the hill?
Oh my.
How many people get like seriously
Paralyzed?
injured?
I think it's one of those things that's so stupid that people magically don't get hurt doing.
Yeah.
I would have like 17 broken bones if I did that.
Bro.
And
Ken, I don't think we put you in this.
No fucking way, Ken. I don't even think you're allowed to roll the cheese. It's too dangerous. But yeah, it just seems like one of those things that they do for the last couple hundred years and no one ever gets hurt. I wonder if Frankie LaPena has done it because Frankie LaPena has taken some of the most serious falls.
Frankie LaPena has done some gnarly shit. He does gnarly shit every single week, week after week, for short form content.
You see him at
Swamp Fest.
Swamp Fest. I wanted to call it Skink Fest, but yeah. I mean, this shit's crazy. He takes like 9 good slams in this. I mean, that one was water.
Yeah, dude, the Dern Bros were here too.
Were
I
they?
honestly would really like to go to this.
Really?
Yeah, I think it'd be
seems like
really
something
fun.
that would scare you. Like there's beer cans flying.
It's
just
definitely
chaotic.
it's definitely chaotic and could be scary. I mean, I'm not gonna be fucking trying to grind a rail in a shopping cart, but it'd be fun to just be there and be a part of it. I feel like it'd be like a step up from rednecks with paychecks. You
That's
know?
true.
Like these people are out of their mind, man. But yeah, it's really fun. I just watched the video Thrasher made on it last night. Did you watch that, Ev?
I actually didn't.
It's good, but
I saw
it's
it.
crazy. I mean, theirs is more PG. But yeah, anyways, Frankie LaPena, just scroll through his page, dude. He's taking a hard fall every single week. We talk about Gavin doing that. Frankie's does it every single week
There he is, crashing.
in different fashions. Whether he's getting punched in the face by an MMA fighter or
I mean, he's just lucky his hinder's so big, he can kind of
it's like a
Take it.
it's like a pillow. Yeah.
take some of that impact off of him.
Oh, dude, this one is insane.
Like, dude, he has all this time to just look at this snow pile, knowing
and
that
think
he's
about it?
Yeah. He's like, all right, I got to just eat this fall.
How many? Dude, that's a ton of likes.
We should bring him to town and run the Zorba Swamp.
He was actually. I forgot to text him back. He was texting me not too long ago. He wanted to come back up here.
We could get a couple motor scooters.
Do what? Take a
or
fall?
something.
We didn't really have a plan. He just was like, "Yo, we should hang again." And I
Go to
forgot
the
text him
Corvette.
back. I'm sorry, Frankie.
Go to the Corvette one. Something tells me this one just. Oh,
Oh my God.
I thought he
a
would
dummy.
be
It's a
connected to
dummy.
it too.
I didn't process that was a dummy quick enough.
1.2 million likes on that.
That's a sweet Corvette,
Yeah, he's definitely mastered the art of going viral.
He's got the Rizzler?
dude. I love the Rizzler. He's the funniest little kid. I think he's a very famous kid, but I think he lives also a rather normal life, like a normal kid. Like I think he goes to school. He lives in like a pretty normal neighborhood, and like I don't know. I love that kid though. He's so funny. You ever see his bike, the Rizzler bike stunts? Show Evan. You'd be so impressed.
Imagine saying you live next
I
to
don't
the
believe
Rizzler.
you.
Why? Why? You don't think he's got the build for it or what?
Oh, I've actually seen this. I didn't.
I know you guys like wanted me to do the one with the helmet. I can't, so I have 2 more tricks. Okay. Now I will do the 2 tricks, but those will be at the end. The first trick I'm gonna do is the no-hander.
The no-hander?
I mean, one-hander.
The one-hander.
One-hander.
All right.
We already did.
This isn't the one I was thinking, but it's still funny, I guess.
Ray, do you have any tricks
It's just
you wanna
him.
do?
BMX and flip flops. Bad idea.
Have any? Oh, it's okay. You're so cute, though. I don't care. That's it.
Oh, shit.
one-handed. Oh,
You
two
got
handed.
the part one's really funny.
Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey. Okay. I'm running with you. Go.
I'm gonna do one. I can actually do 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna do one backpedaling. Look, I'm backpedaling.
That helmet goes hard.
Okay.
Is that the one?
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Okay,
I'm
no
impressed,
problem.
Anyways,
CJ.
yeah, he's just funny.
Good.
I think all of his videos are funny. Just a cute little kid.
The four-leaf clover.
And he was in the
Oh
WWE,
my
dude.
God.
The Rizzler. Did you not see
Holy
that?
shit.
No,
It's
you.
going
I
up.
didn't.
I'm dead serious. He had a stint in the WWE. He was in I think it was TNA. But yeah, right here. He gets fucking slammed down, dude. Can you believe this? He's in the fucking. He's out there AEW. And then look at this. Big Justice comes in.
No way.
Big Justice comes in.
Oh shit.
Boom.
Oh, lays him out.
Takes him down, dude.
That's lit.
God, I gotta get
Who's
back
Big
into
Justice?
watching 5 big booms.
No,
boom,
okay.
boom,
Yeah, yeah.
boom.
I never really got into that,
I
but
try to
it's
avoid that.
kind of
His
funny
dad
to
is
watch.
I don't
in,
like it.
in AEW. Dude, I gotta get back into watching WWE. We were watching some of the highlights on our way to the racetrack yesterday in the Sprinter. Me and Evan. Shit was so funny.
Maybe that's something we could do for your bachelor party is go to
A real WWE show.
yes.
That'd be fun, but the only issue with that is I'm not in tune with like all the storylines and stuff going on. And there was like this era when it was just like pretty vulgar in like the early 2000s, and that's when I was kind of watching it. It's just more PG nowadays. Like there was just a lot better storylines going on back then. It was insane, especially when you're in the 5th grade, you know, and it felt like real life. I thought it was real life. So
Wasn't it still on TV?
yeah, it was on TV. It'd play on Monday Night Raw. That was on USA Network, 8 to 10. Thursday night was ECW, and then Friday night was SmackDown.
What's different about it now? Because I basically watch Logan Paul's clips. Like I'm not even really.
I don't know if it's it's just like
super PG.
it's just like more of the storylines aren't as insane.
They don't use
Vince
they don't
McMahon
use-
isn't cheating on
Vince
his wife in front of her, getting pills.
They don't
dumped
use
down
like
her
props
throat.
anymore, right? Like no, like chairs and stuff. I mean, there's probably still some
I
props
think
like
there's
tables.
there's some insane athleticism, like jumping off the ropes and like slams and shit. But no, like there's just crazy storylines. Like there was this one storyline where Vince McMahon, the CEO, was like drugging his wife, and then he was having an affair with one of the fucking divas. It was just insane.
Like, passed out on
No,
the
it's
mat.
it's not even like it was just like a storyline that was on TV,
That
and then they're
he
like
wrote?
pushing around his actual wife in this wheelchair, and she's like pretending like she's like sedated. It was so wild.
Holy shit.
It was wild, man. It was just like there's so many crazy things, but it was fun.
I feel like there's glory days of everything. Like that was the glory days of that. There's glory days of YouTube, you know, where like people could just get away with more crazy
Yeah.
shit. Like when you're watching OG Danny Duncan pranking people in stores, like that shit was legendary. Now, kind of lost its luster because so many people do it. But I mean, you know, like there was glory days where you're like, dude, I can't believe they were able to do that.
The WWE in that era to me was the best era because that's like when I was at that time in my life.
That's
Whereas
true.
I'm sure there's kids watching today that think this is the best era or whatever, and then you know when they grow up, they're gonna be like, like back then. Like you always look back on the past and almost like
Glorify it.
you glorify the past.
You do.
You think of it better than it actually was.
I will say, as far as like automotive group YouTubers go right now, I think we're in a glory day. Like there's a lot of fucking good YouTubers out there right now. Like you can log on and get some pretty dang good videos from
Yeah.
YouTubers, which is pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I don't want to be like, oh, us.
I agree.
But like
It's-
us.
It depends how you look at it, because I saw a video the other day comparing like 2016 to 2026, so like 10 years. And like 2016 was like the first year of like the automotive YouTube kind of getting some stride. And people, you know, getting like their first cars and doing like the first builds. And it was like the first time that people had like seen certain
Stuff
things
like
on
that.
the internet.
you take a Lamborghini in the snow and it's wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's like a super viral idea. And now it's like the complete opposite. Like if you do that, you're just like everyone else. So
Yeah.
you're like forced to think outside the box more.
And that's what
now,
I mean. I
but-
think like you're getting people that they're not like, oh, I'm just going to go take my Sterrato around in the snow. They're like, okay, I'm going to jump my Sterrato 60 feet and like be, you know, like people do more extreme. Matt Armstrong is rebuilding a Bugatti,
Yeah,
not just a normal car.
the level's definitely been raised.
Yeah.
That's for sure. All right, boys. Well, good pod.
Yeah. Good stuff,
I
boys.
think we covered a lot there.
No plugs from Ken today.
No free plugs. Unless
Not
we got
even
some, we got some ads.
Oh, we do have ads. We got to read those.
Not
after,
even
but-
to hit a subscribe.
Yeah, Ken, send us out.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week. We post every Tuesday.
Peace.
Later.
Micah Bowl cut at $1 million.